What does being local mean to you? Hello, I'm Peter Knoll, the General Manager and CEO of Channel 11. For the West Tennessee PBS team, it means being as local as our funding allows. We don't sell commercials, we rely on your donations to bring you local programs and all PBS shows. Consider making a monthly donation to Channel 11 for just $12.50. For the cost of just one meal at a restaurant, you could help us be even more local. Donate today.
They're more than a ministry. They're a mission to restore dignity and hope to those in need. Hello, I'm Don McCory, and on this edition of Tennessee is Talking, we're talking with Area Relief Ministries about their upcoming Salt and Light Banquet. From shelter to support services, their programs help families and individuals find stability where no one else can. Learn how this annual event fuels that mission and how you can be part of it. Let the conversation begin.
We are rolling. Confirm record. Can we get a mic check? Check, check. Stand by camera 2. Take 2. Stand by announcer in 3, 2.
West Tennessee PBS presents Tennessee is Talking. Let the conversation begin.
Thanks for joining us on Tennessee is Talking. Hello, I'm Don McCory. Today we're shining a light on local organizations that are helping to break the cycle of homelessness through compassion, community, and commitment. Area Relief Ministries have been serving West Tennessee for decades, and their upcoming 2025 Salt and Light Banquet is a chance for the community to rally around that work. Joining us today is Executive Director Fred McKinney and Faith Moore, Marketing and Development Director of Area Relief Ministries. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
For those of our viewers who may not be familiar with Area Relief Ministry, tell us a little bit more about what it is.
All right. Area Relief Ministries is a religious nonprofit that's been in Jackson here in West Tennessee since 1977. Started by Mary Tyler. We've done an array of different services, but now our primary focus is on the homeless, either providing them with housing, shelter, or either just having a place for them to have a place to come every day to just relax and take showers, if that's what they want, to iron clothes, have computer labs, and have access to mailing address, and as well as telephones.
Okay. What are some of the key program components of Area Relief Ministries?
Area Relief Ministries, it's kind of amazing because we've been around for 48 years. So this year at our Salt and Light Banquet, we're excited, to celebrate that. We're one of the original nonprofits in Jackson. And some of the key things that we do is we try to confront homelessness really on two fronts. So one, you have that cycle of someone that has struggled in and out of poverty and homelessness. And a lot of times there's so many components, it's multifaceted, honestly, but there are so many ways that you kind of stay in that cycle, whether it's that you just don't have access to resources. We know that if you have a family member, especially a parent who struggles with homelessness or poverty, then as a child, you're going to continue that and potentially into adulthood. So one is we try to break that cycle altogether by providing resources, whether we have that directly or if we can connect with some of our community partners to help meet that need. And then the other is emergency care. So if you're in immediate need and you don't have anywhere to go in the middle of the winter at nighttime, we can try and throw any resource at you that we have, but that's not going to meet the immediate need. And so that's our biggest battle, is trying to confront the emergency services so that we can move you forward into what we would deem life change that's permanent and help break that cycle altogether.
And how do you engage the individuals in helping with moving themselves forward in order to break that cycle?
We have an amazing team. Fred can tell you more about that. He's been with Area Relief much longer than me. But we just have an amazing team with caseworkers and individuals that are very specialized in different aspects of, like I said, homelessness is very multifaceted altogether. And I wish that there was, you could snap your fingers and magically move people forward. But, a lot of times it's as simple as meeting with us for a consultation. That's step one. And, we try to engage on different levels. Some people don't have access to a phone, so our offices are open. We have a day center that's open year round. So we try to meet people at whatever place they're at and come alongside them.
Okay. In terms of the poverty component, do you provide food services or access to food services?
We don't necessarily through our day center. We partnership with RIFA. Our day center is open from 6 to 11, and we kind of closed down at that time and allowed them to go to RIFA for the food services. Now our room in the inn that starts November 1 through April the 30th. We provide, the churches help us provide food during the shelter.
Tell me a little bit more about the room in the inn and maybe the impact it's had on the community. How long has this program been in place?
We're going into our 19th year. So it's been going since 2007. The impact is just community oriented. It gives opportunity for the homeless to be able to connect with people in the community and also have a place that they can go and have shelter during those cold months of the year. And it's a partnership with churches. So that's one of our biggest components that we have, is a good connection with the community of churches that help us provide shelter for our homeless.
And let's say we've got some churches that are watching this program now. How can they reach out to you to partner with you?
We will literally be so excited every time we have a new church partner with us. They can email us, they can call us directly. It's Faith or fmoore@areareliefministries.org, and he's F. McKinney. So, we would love to, whether it's email, phone call, whatever, we'll be thrilled to even meet in person. They can do a drop in at our office and we will be thrilled to see them.
Great, great. Let's talk a little bit about the significance of the Salt and Light Banquet. What year is this for the banquet? And tell us its mission.
Goodness, Fred, I want to say it's at least 20 years running or
At
longer.
least a little bit longer than that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and its mission, literally everything that we raise goes straight into our operating budget. And so, it's one of those unique things where last year it was my first experience there. And it was amazing to me because it was like a homecoming, if you will. It was we had the Jackson Symphony last year and wonderful food. And, you see people in everything from street clothes to their Sunday best, if you will. And it's just so neat because there's such an array of people. And at the end of the day, it's really just the community coming alongside arm and saying, you know what, we want to help. And it's literally putting food in people's belly in the middle of the night, when they're hungry at our shelter, our emergency shelter in the winter. It's providing a computer in the computer lab for someone who's searching for a job. It's literally, in some cases, keeping the lights on in a home that would otherwise, have their utilities cut. So we try to just really, not just share our mission, but we try to really make it a fun, exciting event where people get to enjoy just being with each other in community.
I've always been curious about where the name Salt and Light came from, and maybe with your tenure there, you might have some history behind that.
Well, I think it's just the scripture. We're the light of the world, the salt of the earth, and that was our mission that our founding director, Mary Tyler, came up with when she was there. So she wanted to put Area Relief Ministries in that light, to be that we are a ministry that missions is to be salt and light to the people that we serve in our community.
You mentioned Mary Tyler. Can you tell me about the award that is given in her honor each year?
Yeah, it's an award that's given to, the question to answer is given to anybody that volunteers or make a difference in the community that stands out. So we want to highlight what people are doing in the community, that they are salt and light in the community as well. So we want to highlight anybody. So it's a award that's available to anybody in the community, just connected to Area Relief Ministries.
The community makes nominations of who the recipients are?
They can. It's never been done, but they can. So that's a good plug for someone that feels like somebody is awarding of that award. Yeah, we definitely would want to hear from them.
Okay. What would you describe as the primary main goal of the financial results of this event?
Literally to fund every aspect of our ministry. We have 6 different programs that, like I said, try to hit on the various components and issues that people who struggle with a cycle of poverty or homelessness face. And I mean, it makes a difference in every possible way.
You talked about that you see people from all walks of life at this event. For a person who's attending for the very first time, what can they expect?
I would say inspiration uh, from someone who has recently had that. I wasn't a Jackson native. I fell in love with a West Tennessee boy and ended up here. But for me, it was just so inspiring. I think that one of the unique facets that I had not seen, and I came from the Nashville area prior to being here. And one of the things that just blew me away was our Room in the Inn program has almost 30 churches. And that's no small thing that we're providing shelter and 2 meals through, just this collaboration and partnership with our community.
During that evening, will there be any special performances or awards, honorees given?
Yeah, the Salt and Light Award.
The Salt and Light.
That
Yes.
that
Okay.
night, and Lane College and their friends in the ensemble will be there. So they're a special guest this year, and we're looking forward to them providing the entertainment this year.
How does this banquet directly support the work that you do?
As Faith has stated, it goes into our operation. It helps us to provide the needed services. The day center, where we call them guests, can have the opportunity to shower after being on the streets, and they can have opportunity to a mailing address, to get an ID that they haven't had, to find jobs, to get one-on-one case management if they need it. The shelter part, we partnership with Goodwill to help them with skills that they need for jobs to be able to apply for jobs. We have Turning Point. So it's another transition. So once they connect with that services, we have other services that we can connect them to actually finding housing, to transition from being homeless in the cycle of homeless to actually being housed.
Are there limits on the number of resources that are available to an individual? Can I come to you daily?
Yes, we're open Monday through Friday. Like our day center is open from 6 to 11, but our main office is open at least from 8 a.m. to 4 o'clock daily.
Okay. What sort of feedback have you received from the community about the work that you do?
You run the gamut of people who aren't familiar with what we do, and it's amazing to see the number of people that kind of fall in love with being able to serve the community in this way. But there is this whole group of people that I would say that knew Mary Tyler, were very familiar with her, who is our founder, and she was just this amazing trailblazer who in her own right just loved people and saw a need and said, we don't want any one church, any one individual to try and do it all, on their own. She had this belief, we're better together. And when we pool our resources, we can do so much more. And I think that it's so neat, the number of people that knew her and carry on her spirit of wanting that collaboration and that partnership with the community to live on.
Great. Going back to the banquet that evening with various people from different walks of lives, sometimes you have to have a delicate balance of comfort and entertainment. How do you manage to walk that tightrope?
It's a tightrope.
Yes.
But every year we have gotten nothing but great praises, from the food to the entertainment. The last 3 years we've had the Jackson Symphony. And last year we were able to have the jazz ensemble, which was a little different. We've had Eddie George. We've had the Tuohys. We've had the 2 presidents, one from Lane College and the other from Union University, to be there. So it's a lot of. We try to make it as diverse and as community look, to represent our community as much as possible. And we try to, if we could, to stay local, like we're doing with Lane College, to support the local. And that's what we wanted to do this year, is collaborate with Lane to, they're expanding and trying to do different things in the community to bring in a new service to their community at Lane College and offer their students. So it highlighting what they're doing through the music, department, and as well with Area Relief Ministries now that me being a new director and new vision, trying to put our stakes down to as well as something new. So we want the community to get behind what we're doing and support it.
Remind us again the date of this event, and if there are sponsors or individuals that are interested in attending, how do they go about contacting you?
It is September 4th, and it's at the Carl Perkins Civic Center. It's at 5 p.m. And if you're interested in funding, you can do everything from an individual ticket, which is $125, and that includes dinner and the show, or just being a part of everything for the evening. Or you can sponsor a table, which is $1,000. And then we also would love to talk with anyone who says, I would like to put a bigger stake in there. And, there are opportunities for additional sponsorship as well.
You still have openings for sponsorship that are
Always.
you would love always, always. Okay. Tell me a little bit about what is a very special moment from this night that you have had from the past, both of you.
For me, it's just we get to see some of the churches that we have and their love for the ministry that we do, and that's been the thing that I've taken away, that they really love Room in the Inn and love what they do to serve the least of them in our community. So that's been one of the greatest takeaways that I've seen.
Yeah.
And for you?
For me, I think I just remember, you put so much heart and soul into it. It's, we, from everything to table settings to the stage, the lighting, just when you walk through the doors, we want that experience for people to feel welcome. And so I just remember sitting in the back and just taking a breath and looking around at all of the people and going, oh my goodness, this room is filled with people that genuinely care about the community. And it was just beautiful to see that.
I am honored to say that my home church, Salem Missionary Baptist Church, has supported this event for years, and we have been proud to be able to continue to do so. Let's talk a little bit about a success story. An individual who may have started homeless, who probably has come back and maybe volunteer or share their journey.
Yeah, we have one that's several. I make it a thing to try to hire. So we have two staff that's gone through the program and now are successful and are working with our shelter program and day center. So those are some of the success stories that we have, that they're both successful, housed, employed, and making a difference in someone's life that they had the opportunity to be poured into. So they're pouring back into somebody's life.
Okay. Do you have volunteers that come back, or people for events such as this?
All the time, yeah. We have a volunteer that this year that's worked with Room in the Inn. When we don't have churches stay overnight, we have volunteers that's willing to stay. So we have a young man that comes back and will be back this year that wants to volunteer his time to be able to stay overnight with the men.
Okay.
Yeah, and our volunteer director who comes in just to literally help coordinate, she's been, is it like 20 years, I want to say? Just like, when I heard that, I thought, that is amazing. 20 years of just coming in, and I mean, she puts the crew to work, but they all have a blast while they're doing it, and it's really neat to see.
That's great. That's great. Do you still need volunteers?
Always.
Okay.
We will never turn down willing hands, ever.
You talked a little bit about the program that the individuals go through. What are some of the components that, was it classwork? Is it mentorship? Talk a little bit about that.
It's mostly assessing and meeting them wherever their needs are. So if it's skills, if it's mental health, if it's addiction, if we have people that has those skills, so it's a little bit of all of that. So it's a little bit of all of it, I would say. Yeah.
You have a professionally trained staff in all of those areas where individuals, for the resources that they need, are able to help them.
If not, we connect in the community. So we collaborate with it in the community. We can't be everything to everybody, so it takes a collaboration, of effort. So when we can't provide that services, we're always reaching out to the community for resources that can help with it in that area.
What are the hours of the day and days of the week that people can reach out to you?
Monday through Friday, our office is open from 8 to 4 p.m., 6 to 11, Monday through Friday. Our day center is open for the homeless.
How would Area Relief Ministry define success of an individual who has been through the program?
That is a wonderful question. To me, the very first thing that springs to mind is just stability. I think that a lot of times what you see for sure, having such an up close and personal view of things, is trying to literally break that cycle. If we can pull you out of the cycle and help get you on your feet, chances are you're going to be able to sustain that. You know, like Fred said, you know, we have individuals who work with us now who came through the program who have been with us for years. And that to me is everything. We have a lady who is a very talented florist who owns her own business who came through the, you know, I just think of so many people who, you know, not everyone that comes through our program started there. It may have been just a really, you know, you lost your job out of nowhere and didn't have a windfall. And if we can bridge the gap, a lot of times people will come through that and on the other side, you know, stay the course.
What does the face of homelessness look like?
Very different.
Yeah.
It's complex. It could be a person that just was homeless one night, and then you have what you call chronically homeless that most of us see in Jackson now, that we see on the streets, that's on the bypass. It's very different. We have people with degrees. It ranges from all over. You know, it's different. It's very complex.
How can this community assist Area Relief Ministry other than maybe just by donations?
First of all, prayer. You know, pray for us in the endeavors, and volunteer. I think that's to me, that's a great thing, is just being able to connect and learning more and being educated about the homeless. We see so many things that's being said negative about them, but learn them. They have multifacets about them that most people don't know. They're in trauma, may have come from an abusive home, and may not understand why they're in that situation. It may look like they can do a lot of things, but they're broken, and you have to walk alongside of them. So that's unique for me. It's just when I came 16 years ago, just thinking about it, I didn't understand the complexity and what I was coming in at 16 years ago, and now understanding that you really have to treat them with dignity, respect. You know, you asked about success. To me, if they can consistently, it may sound strange, but if they can consistently come every day, to me that's progress, because they're not used to coming into a place every day. So if they can consistently be there and show up, to me that's progress.
Okay. What is one of the biggest misconceptions of what defines poverty, defines homelessness?
Ooh, you gonna say Faith?
Well, I think for starters, you know, when you talked about the face of homelessness, one of the first things that I wanted to do, because it doesn't look the same geographically in different areas. And so one of the first things that I wanted to do was go, okay, what does it look like in Jackson? And, you know, statistically, we have, I think the last time I looked at the numbers, and they, you know, ebb and flow, but I think it was like over 68% are men. And typically what we find in a post-COVID world is that people tend to want to resource, and understandably, women and children. And a lot of the programs that serviced men, those were the first to get cut in a lot of places. Right. And so Area Relief kind of fills that gap more than anything else. I think that's by far one of the things that we're able to do, is come in and say, we want to have a personal touch that makes a difference, that goes beyond, you know, just meeting you at the door and funneling you along. Right. We want to stay the course with you.
Before we leave, once again, the date, location, and how viewers can contact you?
So it is September 4th at 5 p.m. at the Carl Perkins Civic Center. They can call us, they can email us, or stop by our office anytime during our regular business hours.
Sadly, that's all the time we have for this edition of Tennessee's Talking. Our heartfelt thanks to both Fred and Faith and the entire team of Area Relief Ministries for their unwavering commitment to those in need. If you want to rewatch this program or share it with a friend, remember you can stream this episode and all local Channel 11 programs anytime on the PBS app or at westtnpbs.org. Keep the conversation going by following West Tennessee PBS on social media. Until next time, keep on talking Tennessee.
Tennessee is Talking is a presentation of West Tennessee PBS with the goal of bringing people together, sharing ideas, thoughts, and different perspectives, learning from each other and sharing a civil and respectful discussion. Tennessee is Talking, the show that brings West Tennessee together.
Rather than trading your car in, do something very good for yourself, for your community, and give the car, donate it to public television. It's so much easier than trying to sell your car. Think of putting ads in the paper, deciding how much to charge, all these difficulties. You avoid all of that, plus you're doing a good thing.
The program you've been watching was made possible through the generous financial support of West Tennessee PBS viewers like you. Please visit westtnpbs.org and make a donation today so that we can continue to make local programs like this possible. Thank you.